Hello racers, welcome to today's video. In today's video we are going to do a review of the Tekin RS Pro Black Edition 1-cell brushless speed control. And used in this review will be the Tekin HotWire 3 Bluetooth adapter, and you use this to program the speed control. So the review won't focus on the HotWire, but we will use the HotWire to program it. So, what is a Tekin RS Pro Black Edition speed control? Well, what I'm doing is I'm replacing the Hobbywing XR10 stock spec speed control in my pancar. Now, I've run this speed control for probably 3 seasons, race seasons. And what I've noticed with the speed control is it gets a little bit of a hesitation from the start, at the race start. And I don't know if there's just something that has wore over time or what's happening, but I think I'm best served by replacing with a new speed control. Now, the RS Pro is one of the higher end speed controls. So what is the benefit of using a high-end speed control in a stock class racing? You can see this is 17.5, so this is a stock class racer. So why would you go to the expense of putting in a higher end speed control into the car? Well, one thing that the speed control has is in its motor limit. Basically, it is unlimited motors. The current handling of the Pro 1S is such that there is no limit. That you can draw as much current through this as you want in a race situation, and it is not affected by that. And in fact, it says it has 480 amps per phase. So that's for each phase of your motor. This can handle 480 amps. So it's unlimited current, which is going to help in a stock situation to allow any type of current through the speed control and into your motor. Another benefit is that there's basically no on resistance. You can see that on resistance is 0.00009. So basically there's no resistance in this speed control. There's twice as many FETs inside, so the on resistance is next to nothing, which is actually what you want for a spec racing program, because you're limited in the motor. And also, because there's twice as many FETs, you get better braking. With the stock spec speed control, you put on the brakes and it just slows the car. It doesn't actually stop the car. So when you get into a modified speed control, then you get into better braking. And also with the Tekin, they have on speed control buttons to program it if you don't have one of these HotWire programmers. Those are the benefits. And I was thinking, you know, the Hobbywing has done me well, but it was time to see if I could improve it with one of these Tekins. I've been a fan of both brands. I had switched from Tekin to Hobbywing, but now I figure it's time to see what Tekins now offer. In the box, you can see that they tried to glue it to this little card. Oh, another thing that a Tekin to do is data logging. Through the HotWire, you can actually see where the voltage drop and trigger and stuff through the race. So it does actually have that as well. You can see here on the back, double boards for double FETs, plastic case, programming buttons on the front. It does have a switch, and these are notorious for eventually failing. One thing that I don't like about the Tekin is the switch that they use. Let's see what else you get in the box. Inside you do get large power wires. Let's take a look inside. You get very large power wire. Looks to be about 12 gauge. It's called Tekin Flex Wire 12 gauge. Don't know if you can read that, but that's what it says. They give you red, white, and black. They give you the capacitor that you need on your speed control, and you put that between the power wires. Now, in a 12 scale application, typically you use a very thin wire out to the motor. This is 14 gauge wire out to the motor, and then to the battery, typically a 12 gauge or a 10 gauge wire out to your battery. So probably we'll use this thicker wire that they included. We'll run those to the batteries. But for the out to the motor, what I think I'll do is freshen things up, and I'm going to use this Stage 3 Super 13 that I had from previous projects. It's very flexible, because you want that flexibility, because in a pancar the pod moves around a lot. That's your rear suspension is, and you can see the flex in the... Alright, we're back. Just happened to drop the pancar down. Let's double check to see what is in this card. We get instructions, instruction sheet. We also get a sheet on how to install the HotWire used to program it, how to install the capacitor, noting which side is the negative side. That is super important, that the negative side gets put on the negative wire, otherwise it will explode. And we also get a Tekin sticker sheet, coveted. So, with that said, let me install the speed control into the car, and then we'll come back and we'll adjust the endpoints, set the drive frequency, set up the brakes, and get this ready to race in the car. And then finally, we'll end with a video of the car racing with the speed control in it. Okay, see you in a second. So we're back. We got the Tekin Pro RS installed. It's not the best of wiring jobs, but it's in there. Tried to balance it the best I could, put it in the car. I ended up putting another 7-gram weight on that side just to get it balanced nice. I used the HotWire, Bluetooth HotWire. I used the Bluetooth function to hook it up. When I got the box, it came with an instruction sheet and a couple of adapters to hook probably to different models of Tekin speed controls, and a single sheet just to tell you how to activate the Bluetooth function of the adapter. And then once that was connected, it was all done through the HotWire app. So I was able to set it up for my blinky speed control. I adjusted the wire so I could not reverse polarity the connection. You can see when you first turn it on, and I have mine in blinky mode. So there it is installed. Let's take it to the track, see how it performs. So here we are on track for a quick little review of on-track performance. Now my car is the yellow car going under the bridge, top left going onto the straight. What I picked this little piece for, this was a final race, and I just want to see you to see the power being put down onto the straight. So here we are going through the infield. Don't mind the little bit of bobbles that we're going through, but you can see on power on that straightaway, we don't lose any speed to the cars around us. Here we go on to the straight. As you can see, the margin between the two cars on the straight holds steady the whole time. So this speed control does not lag. Here we go, a little bit of a bobble, closes it up, but you can see on that straightaway, no lag whatsoever. Let's see if they'll tighten up. Here we go on the straight. So we are running a blinky class, so that means zero timing in the speed control, 17.5 motors. So you know, this is a power restricted class, and I have my speed control set to 2000 Hertz, and I set it low on a spec class to get more power down. So that's what I wanted to show you. I was really satisfied with this night of racing, the power it was able to put down. Let's watch one final lap as we come onto the straight. The power being put down. The car was working great that day. And here we are with our final summary of the Tekin RS PRO 1S. Now what we found is that the advantage of running a Pro 1S is that you basically get no on resistance. It's so little it's negligible, and then low resistance helps you get the power to the ground. Also has 480 amps current handling per phase, so you can run any modified motor you want on it. And if you're a stock class racer, your car will actually have brakes. You know, with the gear ratio that we run at, most speed controls give a very light brake action, and you can actually lock this up. In the programming of the speed control, you get what I would consider basic tuning options. You don't get the sort of the advanced options that the latest speed controls have, but you do get throttle frequency, brake frequency, boost and turbo if your classes allow. You get blinky, of course. You also get throttle curves, brake curves, and you get a torque control setting. So the disadvantage, I guess, is that it is a bit heavy for spec class racing. So if that is a concern for you, this is one of the heavier speed controls. But what you're going to get out of this is solid, reliable power for your 1/12 platform. And that's the review of the Tekin RS PRO 1S. If you like this type of thing, click like. Let's hear your comments in the comment section below, and subscribe for more product reviews. Thanks. We'll see you in the next video.